indices for this week. Well, let's have a look at last week what we have. First up the list is we have euro dollar from last week, where indeed price actually, when we first started analyzing, price broke above, came down and retested the zones, the horizontal level, and it went down. Yeah. So managed to get this, went to 3:1, good trade. The second trade which I went in for last week was actually Cat Swiss. Again, this was shared during the Sunday session. I'm still in this trade though. Price is nearly at my 3R, yet to hit, but I doubt anything, don't really foresee anything wrong with this trade. So hopefully I'll be grabbing my TP within early next week. For the upcoming analysis, what we have here is that the dollar index still looks pretty strong from last week. Imprint is actually doji bar. Yeah. So usually when there's a breakout followed by a doji, I interpret that as a continuation. Yeah. So it's still high on my list to actually long dollar index. Next out on my list is the Swiss index. You can see that price is still somewhat within the channel. Although overall on the big picture is could be ranging. Yeah, but I'm still keeping to this, and there seems to be a higher chance that price might just come back to the high of the channel before heading down again. Yeah, we shall see what happens. Next is a bit unclear to me, which is the Canadian index. Again, price actually shot up. Currently, it's actually testing the 80. Yeah, we won't know what happened here. Price might actually continue soaring. So possibly Monday or Tuesday, we might get better idea. Yeah, but as of now, because this is really a bullish close, it might just get wet back down just as furious. Yeah, so I'll decide to stay out of the Canadian index. The Kiwi Index is also a bit unclear to me at the moment. The price action does not look decisive. Overall, it is showing a bearish sign. Yeah, so need to wait for further clarity on Monday or Tuesday bar to see if price will actually retest 70 and then might give us a further downward price action. Now what's clear to me is that actually the Australian index, you can see that price actually gapped up and then gives us a doji bar. If all goes well, price might just stay well within the channel, and then we should have, after possibly again on Monday, waiting for clarity. If there's any bearishness on Monday, then we can continue shorting the Australian currency. For the Euro index, our price has broke down very nicely, so giving us another bearish bar. So if there's nothing wrong, I'll continue shorting the Euro currency if there's more opportunity to come. The British pound currency, again, you can see that it is giving us, I probably need to revise my level, give me a minute. So prices broke down and then giving us a inside bar. So whenever I see an inside bar after a bearish breakout or bullish breakout, I always interpret that as a continuation. If nothing goes wrong, price should react pretty strongly to this level, and we should be able to continue shorting this. And the last is actually the Japanese index. So you can see that indeed price from last week, I was wrong. It didn't actually bounce off from 90. Yeah, it shot back down in a very bearish manner. So I refer to this as a failure test. When price actually didn't bounce off after a very prominent test bar, that means it gives the opposite signal. I interpret that as the sentiment. That will be the overwhelming sentiment for that currency. Yeah. So as such, for this coming week ahead, my plan is to actually long dollar yen. Again, the USD index is pretty strong. You can see that on the 4-hour chart, price is giving us a double top and then followed by a very bullish breakout. I'm just waiting for some sort of retest before I can actually jump in. Next on my list will be Pound Swiss. Overall on H4, we can see pretty consistent lower high and lower low. Yeah. But throughout the week, last week, price did actually rally a bit. I'm waiting to see if price will actually break the horizontal level and the trend line. If it does, this will give us, at this spot, will give us a very, very good opportunity to actually jump in for a short position. Yeah. The overall structure for this, it looks bearish to me. Yeah, just pending price action confirmation. With that, we'll see you next week again. Goodbye.